Welcome to Nattys Crafts, and most importantly, Happy New Year. Let's take a look at some quick winter crafts to open the new year. So first we're going to make a new tablescape with kind of more of a winter feel to it. I'm going to use these two wooden railroad tracks that I had in a box just hanging out, not being used. You could use one of the Dollar Tree, the little signs, or cut a sign down, one of those MDF signs. You could use that as well. I could have used rulers. There's so many different things you could use. This is just what I had that was the size that I was wanting. My table is very small. It's not a proper dining room table, so I need a small tablescape in the middle there. And then I'm going to use this pool noodle to stick the florals into. So I'm going to cut it in half, and then I can use the other half for a different tablescape later on. So I'm going to keep that. But the half that I'm going to use is the part that, again, I'm going to stick the flowers down into. So I'm going to hot glue the foam piece onto the board there, onto the wood. Now, I was trying to decide which to be the top and which to be the bottom. I decided that it would be better if I glued it to the flattest side. So that's what I did. And I'm just literally using hot glue. I live in Texas, and I've never had a problem with tablescapes falling apart. But, you know, I change them so often that might be part of the reason why. But I'm just going to hot glue this down. And you do have to be careful because people say that, you know, the foam melts and all this. I've not had a problem, but I'm sure it can happen. And then I'm just going to press that down fairly well because I do want it to stay. And then I have to figure out what florals I want to use on my little tablescape here. So I went to Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby had Christmas 60% off, I believe it was, when I went. I went probably the day after Christmas, the 26th, and it was 60% off. It's probably more off by now because now it's almost a week later. But anyway, so I'm using Christmas decor, and I'm just going to make it look wintry instead of Christmassy. So I'm taking these little pine pieces that have the little pine cones on there, and I'm just going to stick them in random spots. And because the pool noodle has that hole in the middle, there is that gap. So I did end up having to glue those ones sticking out of the middle there. I did have to glue those down. But everything else, I was able to just make a little slit in the pool noodle, make a little slit with my knife, and then just stick the stem into the hole. Now, I did need to make these slits because these pine pieces, they're not pine, whatever these are. These little sticks were not sharp at the end. You can kind of see sitting over there on the table, you can kind of see they're blunt because they were stuck onto longer pieces that I had pulled off. So that's why I was needing to do the slits. If you have just regular pine pieces, you can probably just stick them right into the pool noodle. These were too thick. I couldn't do that with these. And so I'm trying to find some symmetry. So if I put one on one side, I want one on the other, you know, try to make it look like it all is cohesive and going together and all from the same bush, you know, all from the same area. And once I've got the majority of those laid down, I've got also these little white beads, also from Hobby Lobby. And those I left in, they came, you know, there's what, 5 or 6 little branches on this one stem. So I just cut the little branches off, and these are sharp ones. So those I could stick right into the pool noodle there. And then I found these fun little white, I don't know what they are, the little squiggly doos. I don't know what they are. They've got a little bit of glitter, not crazy glitter, but they just looked fun to me. And so that just looks like New Year's to me. Just fun and, you know, enjoy winter, even though I live in Texas. It was 84 degrees today. You know, regardless, have some fun with this. Make it look wintry. So I put those in. These also were sharp, so I was able to just stick those in quick and easy. And I wanted this, I had a vision in my mind. I wanted it to look very fresh and white and just fun. Just fun was my whole goal here. And then I picked up these little blue balls. These were adorable. They were considered Christmas, I suppose, for Hanukkah decorations. And so they were also 60% off. And I love the color. They were a deep, dark, rich blue. They were beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And also to bring a little bit of color into the display. You know, I don't like a whole lot of wild color, so the blue is beautiful. It just blends right in. And again, just cutting off the whole branch. I don't know, again, there's probably 6 or 7 branches on each stem. So these stems ended up being anywhere between $4 and $5 each, honestly. They're high, but it's worth it because how often, I do this, once a season, I think I do a different piece of table decor, so it's good. And I just love the way this looks. I absolutely love this. It's just fun for me. I don't know, it just looks adorable. I just love it. I think it's so fun. It's great. Seriously love it. Hope you can enjoy it as well. And then we're going to update the door hanging that I have on my door year-round, seemingly. You have the winter or the fall there still, because I didn't switch it for Christmas. I used a different wreath for Christmas. But I'm just going to take that off. I hot glue these on. Even though I'm in Texas, I hot glue them on so that I can heat the hot glue up and peel them right off. Simple and easy. And you've got a blank door hanger that you can make into any season or celebration you want. So I'm just going to get all the nonsense off. There was this little piece of rope that was still stuck there. And then I'm getting the little scraper from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to scrape off any of the glue that's still remaining, because there's like a little layer of glue that was stuck on there. So just by heating it up, it comes off super easy. Then once we've got all the glue off, we're just going to clean it up a bit. Again, this sits outside all the time, so I'm just cleaning it up with a wet wipe. Get some of the dust and dirt off of it. And then picking out the florals. Again, these are, I think, mostly from Hobby Lobby, maybe Dollar Tree, actually, now that I look. I don't know where these are from, honestly. But find whatever florals are, you know, winterish for you. I, again, wanted some white and some blue, so those are the stems that I took, were the white and the blues. And I was just trying to figure out, you know, which ones to put and how much I needed and all that. Obviously, take all the stickers off. That looks like a Hobby Lobby sticker, though. And so I like this. It looks purple on the screen, but they're blue. Those little plants, those little, whatever that stem is blue. And then I'm just going to mix it with some white flowers, and I think it's adorable. I am going to take off that green, the leaves. I don't think that fit for my winter decor. There's not that bright a green in winter, so I took those off. But I am going to just blend these together to make them kind of all commingle. And once I've got them in an order that I want, I'm just going to use a rubber band down at the bottom. Well, first I'm going to cut off the excess there. And then I'm going to put a rubber band at the bottom to hold them still, or to hold them together, so that we can then prepare the bottom with a ribbon. So just making sure I've got them the way I want, because I am going to hot glue this down once I've got them all covered and ready to go. So I want to make sure that they stick out the way I want, and, you know, all that. Then I took this little ribbon. This is probably from Dollar Tree, I'm going to guess. It's just a white ribbon with some snowflakes on it. And I'm going to hot glue that over the rubber band and over the bottom of those stems, just to kind of cover it up a little bit. You could use so many different ribbons for this, any ribbon that you wanted, in fact, or whatever you have on hand. This is what I happen to have on hand. It was a leftover from something I had taken apart. I couldn't tell you what. So just hot gluing that ribbon down. And then I'm going to put a small little bow, very simple, one loop bow very simple and easy. I'm not going to make this in a big extreme wreath bow. Nothing like that. Then we're just going to add some hot glue, and we're going to hot glue this down onto my door hanger. Again, I use hot glue so that in the spring I can take this apart and switch it over. Or I guess at Valentine's Day I could probably change it, but honestly I'm not going to change it until spring. And once I've got the bottom glued down, I am going to glue a piece of the top so that it doesn't become loose. My porch in the front is covered. It's just a small, I don't know, 3-4 feet deep or something. I don't know. So the stuff on the door doesn't really get wet unless we get those crazy wild winds during a rainstorm, which does happen quite a bit actually. But it has not affected my little door hanger here. I've had this on my door for I think over a year. I don't know if it's going on 2 years maybe. But so anyway, so I just hot glued the little bow down and that was it. Quick and easy. And again, I just love this as well. I like these crafts. Today's crafts were good. I'm happy about them both. I really just love that, seriously, swear to God. I thank you so much for stopping by Nattys Crafts today. I sure hope you can give the video a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and be sure to subscribe. When you subscribe, you should hit the bell so you know when the next video comes out. I wish each and every one of you a very happy new year, and remember to always appreciate today, as tomorrow is never promised. Thanks, y'all. Y'all have a great one.